Hey everyone, Samantha Simmons here with the Homegirls Group and eXp Realty.
Hello, I'm Trinity Laurie. I'm the team admin and brand ambassador for the Homegirls Group.
We're here today with Joe Sergio at NFM American Funding, and we wanted to kind of just do a little crash update of the interest rates in the buyer's market right now, because interest rates have spiked quite a bit over the past week or so. Everybody's kind of frantic, and there's been a few buyers that I'm actually working with who have decided that they're going to sit on the sidelines and wait until next year to buy, or wait until the interest rates go down to buy. And so I wanted to just put a more positive spin on this situation, because I don't want to see anybody else lose out on money or equity. And I wanted you have a really cool tool that you use with my clients, and I love it. And it's this like rent versus buy calculator. So I wanted to hop on here today with you and give the people a little bit of a different perspective on the interest rates and buying in today's market.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Samantha. So let me share something like really cool. It's going to show us basically the power of owning a home. So we all kind of know that like the interest rates are kind of high right now. It's from what we're all used to. So we have a comparison here of a sample property where we're going to look at a home and purchase price area of like 350,000, just as a base here. So we do have an estimate of what our rent would be for this property, about $2,500. So everyone should kind of have the understanding that your mortgage payment might be a little bit higher based on the fact that we have taxes and other considerations. But what we should kind of focus on is that if you are able to buy a home, and this is a goal that you want, because this is one of the best ways to build wealth for you and your family, maybe a high interest rate is not the thing that should be scaring us off from moving forward for something like this. Because what we're going to show you is that with interest rates currently right now in like the 8%, if we were to wait and stay on the sidelines, say for a year or two, what we're going to miss out on is that potentially there's going to lead to price hikes and bidding wars for the same home. So if we were to wait for a year, say, and we get the interest rates back into the sevens, and you're comfortable with a 7% interest rate, what we're going to find is that a lot of the buyers that are on the sidelines right now that you just talked about are going to want to flood into the market, causing this home that's $350,000. I don't think it's a crazy assumption to think that that home could turn to $395 once the rates comes down and people jump in and want this home. So our payment just on for an example is going to jump up, and that's one thing because our purchase price is going to be higher. So that lower interest rate is not going to cover the difference of what we're looking for. The biggest thing that I'm concerned with is lost equity in the home. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I scroll down here and we look at our net worth, of course, if we're renting, our net worth isn't growing because we're paying somebody else's mortgage for the rental. If we were to enter into an agreement and get into a home now, we're going to start building our equity for a year. So say the prices do end up spiking once interest rates come down. Well, your value in that home is also going to grow exponentially to whatever the value of that home would be if interest rates came down and there was a bidding war on it. So what we're looking at is a potential of loss of equity, and I think that's the biggest concern. Is that if we're waiting now, we're potentially losing $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in equity. And I hope that's it's a super quick way, but it's something that I can walk through with any clients or anyone that's interested in kind of learning more. But biggest things is we're potentially going to lean into a higher payment, even with a lower interest rate, and we're going to lose out on our home equity.
Yeah, and that's the point that I'm trying to make to people is you're going to spend all of this money. Look at all of this money that you're going to spend over the next year paying someone else's mortgage down. And thinking that you're saving yourself money, and in the long run, it's not only not saving you money, it's hurting you, and then you're also not able to build this equity in your own property. So love this calculator for that, and I really appreciate you sharing that with all of us, so that we can kind of look at, like you said, the monthly payment for a mortgage in this, compared to what it would be renting. So the monthly payment for a mortgage is going to be a little bit higher, but in the long run, you know, look how much equity you're building, look how much wealth you're building. And you know, isn't that worth it? You know,
exactly. And your equity is what's going to turn into, you know, remodeling. It's what's going to turn into buying an investment property. It's what's going to turn into the college tuition. This is like this is where we exactly buying your next home. So like this is where the wealth building begins for sure.
Exactly. That is right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. If anybody wants to connect with Joe, and maybe you're renting right now and you kind of want to see what it would look like if you were buying and you want to take advantage of utilizing this rent versus buy tool and kind of put things in perspective, you know, he's really great with answering questions and laying things all out for you. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you, Trinity.
Absolutely.